Imagine for a moment that your life isn't a series of random events, but a carefully orchestrated journey. Think of it as a divine path that, even when unseen, leads you to grow, to learn, and to fulfill a purpose that is uniquely yours. Every moment, every challenge, and every opportunity is woven with meaning, guiding you toward who you are meant to become. Now, how does this guidance come to us? It's subtle, like a whisper in your heart or a nudge from within. It's that intuitive feeling or profound sense of peace that points us toward decisions we can trust. This guidance is not about fixing our lives, but about connecting deeply with our true selves, with our soul. When we understand this, our lives shift from mere existence to a journey full of purpose and potential. To truly experience this guidance, we must first believe that it exists. Only then can we begin to see the signs that appear around us, signs that awaken us to new paths and to connections that feel like they were meant to be. This guidance doesn't force or push. It gently calls us forward, allowing us to grow into who we are meant to be. As we open ourselves to divine guidance, we learn to let go of control. It requires faith that even in the face of doubt, something greater than us is at work. And the more we trust, the more life reveals to us the beauty of its design, showing us a reality beyond what we could imagine. Tuning into a deeper sense of self helps open up channels of divine guidance, leading us to insight and clarity. Intuition acts as a subtle guiding force, directing us toward choices that align with our higher purpose. Recognize seemingly coincidental events as signals or messages that reinforce your path and purpose. Feelings like peace, joy, or a sense of rightness can confirm that we're in tune with divine guidance. Divine guidance often invites us to release limiting beliefs, allowing for growth in a broader perspective. Trusting in a divine presence encourages us to move beyond fear, stepping into a life shaped by purpose and potential. Guidance may come through life shifts or challenges, prompting us to reassess and evolve. When aligned with divine purpose, our thoughts and intentions can manifest opportunities aligned with our soul's path. Divine guidance often unfolds slowly, requiring patience and the willingness to surrender to life's timing. Being fully present helps us notice divine signs and shifts our consciousness to be more open and receptive to guidance. Imagine a kind of connection within you, a doorway to something profound, almost as if there's a reservoir of wisdom and guidance resting deep inside. When we quiet the mind and turn our attention inward, we begin to sense this presence. It's subtle at first, like tuning into a faint signal, but the more we listen, the clearer it becomes. This inner connection feels like an alignment, a place of true balance. When we access it, our usual fears and worries seem to fall away, leaving a calm knowingness that transcends logic. We start to recognize thoughts and emotions that resonate with a higher purpose, guiding us without force, inviting us to trust the subtle inner compass. As we deepen this connection, we realize that we're part of something far greater than we imagined. Life stops being about mere survival or external achievements, and we start experiencing a sense of profound unity, of interconnectedness with everything around us. This connection reminds us that we are more than just physical beings. We're participants in a divine flow where every thought, every emotion, and every intention shapes the reality we live in. Through this connection, we tap into a guidance that isn't bound by time or limited by circumstance. It's like a roadmap embedded within our consciousness, one that gently nudges us toward a life rich in purpose and potential. The journey requires patience and faith, but as we attune ourselves, we discover that this inner guidance is a steady, unwavering force, a quiet yet powerful beacon, illuminating the way forward. Think of intuition as a finely tuned compass within a way of knowing that transcends ordinary thought. It's an inner guidance system that senses beyond the obvious, picking up signals from a field of awareness that is both deep and subtle. This kind of intuition doesn't come from intellectual understanding. It's an unspoken language that seems to arise from a place of pure feeling. When we truly listen, intuition can direct us to choices that are not only right for us, but feel almost predestined. It often speaks in the quiet moments, those flashes of insight or sudden senses of clarity that arrive without explanation. These aren't random thoughts, but rather messages from a deeper, connected self that is attuned to the broader patterns of our lives. By trusting our intuition, we allow ourselves to break free from old habits and mindsets. It's as if we're being guided by an unseen hand, helping us step into situations that our logical mind might resist. This requires us to be open and receptive, to step into a state of trust where we honor what we feel without always needing to analyze or understand it. The power of intuition lies in its ability to reveal a path that feels aligned with who we are at our core. It leads us not with force, but with a sense of inner certainty. And the more we listen, the stronger this intuitive guidance becomes, opening doors we might not have seen otherwise and creating a life that feels in harmony with our deepest purpose. Synchronicities are those moments in life that feel too connected to be random. They're the unexpected signs, the uncanny alignments, the seemingly coincidental events that appear just when you need them. Imagine meeting a person with exactly the advice you were seeking, or coming across a book or message that speaks to your current struggle. These moments aren't just pleasant surprises. They are clues, hints from the universe that you're moving in harmony with a larger design. When we experience synchronicities, it's like a gentle affirmation from something beyond us, a reminder that there is an underlying order at work. These events can feel magical, sparking an awareness that there is a guiding intelligence actively involved in shaping our journey. They are both subtle and profound, serving as nudges that encourage us to stay open to the mystery of life. Synchronicities are often the universe's way of saying keep going. You're on the right path. These occurrences become more frequent when we start living in alignment with our intentions and purpose. It's almost as if life is responding to the energy we put out. When we consciously focus on a goal, visualize it, and feel it in our hearts, we create a kind of magnetic pull that draws us toward the people, resources, and experiences we need to manifest it. This doesn't mean every event will be easy or that challenges won't arise. Rather, it means we'll encounter supportive energies and meaningful connections that guide us through those challenges. But to fully experience synchronicities, we have to cultivate a deep sense of presence and awareness. Many people move through life on autopilot, missing these signs because they're caught up in routine thoughts or distractions. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we open ourselves to notice these connections and see them for what they are: purposeful alignments, almost like stepping stones that guide us along our journey. In these moments, there's often a sense of wonder or awe, a feeling that life itself is somehow communicating with us. This connection expands our understanding of what's possible and reinforces our faith in a higher order. Synchronicities can inspire us to take bolder steps, to trust the unknown, and to live more fully from a place of intention and openness. The more we trust these signs, the more they seem to appear, forming a tapestry of interconnected moments that reveal the extraordinary intelligence woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. Through synchronicities, we come to realize that we're co-creators in this journey, guided not by rigid plans, but by a dynamic interplay of energies and events that point the way. Each coincidence we encounter strengthens our connection to a deeper, more intuitive understanding of our path. Synchronicities remind us that we're not alone, that there's a benevolent force working with us, guiding us forward in ways that defy conventional explanation but feel unmistakably real. When we tune into this flow, life becomes more than a series of random events. It transforms into a dance of alignment and intention, where each step brings us closer to our highest potential. Emotional alignment is like finding the frequency that resonates perfectly with who you are at the deepest level. Think of it as tuning yourself to a higher state of being, where your emotions match the reality you wish to create. When you're in alignment, you feel emotions that uplift, motivate, and expand you. Feelings like joy, peace, gratitude, and love. These emotions aren't merely reactions to your circumstances. They are indicators of your connection to something larger, a sign that you're on a path that reflects your true purpose. When we align emotionally, we begin to shift out of states like worry, stress, or doubt, and move into a space of trust and openness. This shift changes our internal energy, affecting not just how we feel, but also the experiences we draw into our lives. It's as if our emotions serve as a tuning fork, attracting circumstances that match our internal state. So by consciously choosing our emotions, we start to shape our reality in a way that feels deeply harmonious and purposeful. Emotional alignment doesn't mean we ignore or suppress difficult feelings. Instead, it invites us to understand these emotions as signals, as messages from within, showing us where we might be out of sync with our true desires. When we experience fear or frustration, for instance, these emotions often point to areas in our lives where we're holding on to limiting beliefs or resisting change. By bringing awareness to these feelings without judgment, we can gently realign, choosing thoughts and emotions that lift us back into harmony. Achieving this alignment requires a daily practice of presence and mindfulness. We begin by noticing how certain thoughts or experiences affect our emotional state, paying attention to the moments when we feel uplifted or drained. From this place of awareness, we can make small intentional choices to focus on what brings us joy or peace. This isn't about forcing positivity, but about aligning our attention with thoughts and experiences that reflect the life we wish to live. Each moment we choose an elevated emotional state. We're strengthening our alignment, creating a powerful ripple effect that shapes our experiences. Over time, as emotional alignment becomes second nature, we find that life itself starts to feel more fluid, more interconnected. We attract people, opportunities and circumstances that seem perfectly tailored to our growth and aspirations. Even challenges become easier to face as we're anchored in a state of resilience and openness. Emotional alignment empowers us to live from a place of inner stability, knowing that we're guided not by external forces, but by an internal compass that is always attuned to our highest good. In this state, the quality of our emotions changes the energy we bring into the world. Emotions like gratitude and love have a unique frequency that draws more of the same to us, creating a cycle of positivity that enriches our journey. We realize that our emotions are more than reactions. They're tools for transformation. When we're emotionally aligned, we're no longer victims of circumstance. We're conscious creators, able to navigate life with a deep sense of purpose and inner harmony. Emotional alignment is about living in a state where our inner world matches the reality we wish to experience. It's a process of aligning our hearts and minds, of letting go of resistance, and embracing the power of intentional feeling. By doing this, we step into a life that feels not only guided but deeply fulfilling, grounded in a sense of peace and clarity that carries us forward. We come to understand that when we live from a place of emotional alignment, we're in partnership with the universe, creating a reality that resonates with the truest, most expansive expression of who we are. Overcoming limiting beliefs is like stepping out of an invisible cage, a cage that only exists in the mind but can profoundly shape the reality we experience. These beliefs are often hidden in our subconscious, formed from past experiences, societal conditioning, and fears that were imprinted on us sometimes long ago. They are the quiet, persistent thoughts that tell us what we can't do, what we don't deserve, or why we'll never be enough. Breaking free from them requires a deep and transformative process, a journey into our inner world to uncover and rewrite the stories we've been telling ourselves. The first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is awareness. Many of these beliefs operate beneath our conscious mind, influencing our choices without us even realizing it. They're the thoughts that automatically arise when we think about achieving something new or stepping out of our comfort zone. By observing our inner dialogue, we can begin to recognize these limiting beliefs for what they are, patterns of thought that no longer serve us. They may have been formed in response to past events, but they don't have to define our future. Once we've identified a limiting belief, we can start to question it. Ask yourself, is this belief truly mine, or did I adopt it from someone else often? These beliefs come from authority figures or situations in our early lives that conditioned us to think small. By examining the origins of these beliefs, we begin to see them objectively, recognizing them as constructs, not as absolute truths. This process of questioning weakens the hold these beliefs have on us, allowing us to see beyond the constraints they've imposed. Releasing limiting beliefs involves more than simply thinking differently. It requires feeling differently too. Our beliefs are often tied to emotions, so when we challenge them, we may feel fear, doubt, or discomfort. These emotions are natural. They're the mind's way of clinging to the familiar. But by sitting with these feelings, acknowledging them, and allowing them to pass, we begin to loosen the grip of our old limiting patterns. Each time we face these emotions without retreating, we reinforce a new sense of courage and freedom. Visualization can be a powerful tool in this process. Imagine the life you would live if these beliefs didn't exist. Picture yourself succeeding, expanding, and experiencing a reality where you're no longer limited by fear or self-doubt. When we vividly envision a new version of ourselves, the mind starts to create new neural pathways, forming new patterns of belief that reflect our aspirations rather than our limitations. This process of visualizing a liberated self brings a feeling of possibility, signaling to the mind and body that a new way of being is not only conceivable, but achievable. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones is an ongoing practice. It's about rewiring our thought patterns so that our default state becomes one of confidence and potential. Each time we take an action aligned with our new beliefs, no matter how small, we reinforce them. We start to see evidence of our own capability, resilience, and worth. Over time, these empowering beliefs solidify, creating a mental foundation from which we can grow, explore, and succeed. Overcoming limiting beliefs is a journey of transformation. It's about shedding layers of conditioning and returning to the truth of who we are, beings with limitless potential. When we free ourselves from these mental constraints, we unlock a deeper level of consciousness, one that knows no bounds and is open to life's fullest possibilities. We stop seeing ourselves as limited, and instead we recognize that we are capable of achieving far more than we once believed. In this liberated state, our perception of reality changes. We're no longer bound by fear or self-doubt. We see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as lessons. Life itself becomes a field of unlimited possibility, a canvas where we can create, grow, and experience without the limits of old stories and beliefs. Each step we take beyond our former limits brings us closer to a life of authentic expression and fulfillment. Guided by a profound understanding that our potential is as boundless as our willingness to believe in it, faith is a powerful, transformative force. It's more than just a belief in something unseen. It's an inner knowing, a deep trust that anchors us in life's vast unknowns. Faith allows us to move forward without needing all the answers, relying on a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. It invites us to let go of control and to step into a state of openness, where we can receive guidance, growth, and experiences beyond our current understanding. Faith is like an invisible bridge spanning between where we are and where we want to be. When we engage with faith, we activate a profound shift in our energy and our perception. We start to see that our journey is not only supported but also guided, and that even the challenges are part of a bigger divine design meant to shape us. This perspective doesn't mean we won't face doubts or fears. Rather, it gives us the courage to keep going despite them. Faith is the steady force that whispers you are exactly where you need to be, and everything you need will be provided along the way. With faith, we embrace a reality beyond what our senses can perceive. This trust changes our entire approach to life. Instead of feeling limited by circumstances or setbacks, we begin to see obstacles as temporary, knowing that there's a purpose behind them. Faith allows us to hold on during difficult times, not because we know exactly how things will resolve, but because we trust that they will in the way that best serves our growth and highest potential. This trust extends to our own inner power as well. Faith isn't blind optimism. It's a conscious choice to believe in the strength, wisdom, and resilience that lie within us. It requires us to listen to that quiet, intuitive voice that assures us we're capable of facing whatever comes. Through this inner trust, we learn to create from a place of wholeness. Knowing that we have the power to influence our reality in ways that are aligned with our purpose, faith transforms how we approach our dreams and goals too. It frees us from the need to see every step or to have everything planned out perfectly. With faith, we understand that the journey is company created, a dance between our intentions and the flow of the universe. When we take even a small step with faith, we're met with a response from life itself, an opening or a synchronicity that affirms we're moving in the right direction. This interaction builds momentum, helping us take bigger and bolder steps toward what we desire. Through faith, we open ourselves to miracles and possibilities beyond what the mind can predict. Faith allows us to surrender without losing hope, to let go without feeling defeated. This openness creates a fertile space where new opportunities, insights, and experiences can arise. Life begins to feel expansive, full of potential, and we find ourselves in a flow where everything seems to unfold naturally. Faith doesn't mean we'll always know what's coming. It means we're ready to face it with trust, believing that each experience is here to help us grow. In this way, faith is a gift that keeps giving. It grounds us in a sense of purpose and clarity, reminding us that we are part of a larger, interconnected whole. It allows us to see the beauty in the journey itself, not just the destination. And perhaps most importantly, faith teaches us that we are never truly alone. There's a wisdom that surrounds us, a divine intelligence that guides and supports us at every step, urging us toward our highest self. Living with faith is an invitation to engage life fully, to trust in the mystery and magic that exists all around us. It's about being willing to take leaps, to try again, and to see setbacks as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Faith empowers us to dream bigger, love deeper, and live more fully, knowing that whatever happens, we're exactly where we're meant to be. We come to understand that faith is not a passive belief, but an active living force within us, one that allows us to create, to trust, and to thrive. Embracing change is one of the most powerful acts we can take on our journey of growth. Change is the vehicle through which transformation happens, and while it often feels uncomfortable, it's the gateway to new possibilities. Change invites us to move beyond our familiar patterns, our comfort zones, and the stories we've held on to about who we are and what we're capable of. It asks us to let go of what no longer serves us, even when that means facing uncertainty. When we resist change, we remain locked in familiar cycles, limiting our potential. We may feel safe, but there's also a sense of stagnation, a dullness that comes from not expanding or moving forward. Embracing change requires us to trust in a larger process, to understand that life itself is constantly evolving, and that we too are meant to evolve. This trust doesn't eliminate the challenges that come with change, but it does give us the courage to face them, knowing they are part of our growth. To embrace change fully, we must first become aware of our natural resistance to it. Our minds are wired to seek familiarity, to stay within the bounds of what we know. But by bringing awareness to this resistance, we can gently move beyond it, choosing to open ourselves to the unknown. We can start seeing change not as something to fear, but as an invitation to discover new aspects of ourselves. This shift in perspective allows us to approach change with curiosity and even excitement, recognizing it as a path toward new experiences and a deeper understanding of our purpose. As we begin to open ourselves to change, we notice that life has a way of guiding us, often bringing new people, opportunities, or challenges into our experience at exactly the right time. These changes are rarely random. They're part of a larger design, a process that nudges us toward our fullest potential. By leaning into these shifts, we allow ourselves to participate fully in this process, moving forward with an open heart and mind. Embracing change also means letting go of the need for control. Often our attempts to control every detail of life stem from a fear of the unknown. But when we let go and trust, we open ourselves to possibilities beyond our imagination. This surrender is not about passivity. It's an active choice to be receptive, to allow life to unfold as it needs to. Each time we surrender to change, we cultivate resilience and adaptability, becoming stronger and more capable of navigating life's fluctuations. In the process of embracing change, we begin to shed old identities, limiting beliefs and patterns that no longer serve us. This shedding may feel uncomfortable, but it's essential to our transformation. When we release these layers, we create space for new insights, new ways of thinking, and new ways of being. Change becomes less about losing what we know and more about stepping into a more expansive version of ourselves. One of the greatest gifts of embracing change is the freedom it brings. We realize that we're not bound by past versions of ourselves. We're constantly evolving with the power to recreate our lives at any moment. This realization can be incredibly liberating, as it reminds us that we're capable of more than we previously believed. By embracing change, we reclaim our ability to grow, to adapt, and to shape our lives in alignment with our highest vision. As we grow more comfortable with change, we start to see it as a teacher. A guide that leads us through each phase of our journey. We no longer view life shifts as disruptions, but as opportunities to deepen our understanding, to realign and to transform. Each change we embrace brings us closer to our true essence, helping us strip away what is false and connect more deeply with what is real and lasting within us. In this way, embracing change becomes an act of courage and self-discovery. It empowers us to live fully, to engage with life's rhythms, and to step into the unknown with trust and excitement. We come to understand that change is not something to endure, but to welcome, knowing it is part of the beautiful unfolding of our highest potential. By embracing change, we allow ourselves to grow, evolve, and live in alignment with the vast, limitless possibilities of who we are meant to become. Conscious creation is the art of shaping your reality with intention, awareness, and a deep connection to your inner vision. It means stepping into the role of the creator, understanding that life doesn't just happen to us. Rather, we are active participants in the unfolding of our experience. Every thought, every feeling, every action we take sets a ripple in motion, influencing not just our personal journey, but the world around us. When we create consciously, we align ourselves with a higher purpose and bring forth a reality that is deeply fulfilling and aligned with who we truly are. At its core, conscious creation begins with awareness. It's about tuning into our habitual thoughts, examining the beliefs we hold, and observing how these shape our reality. Most of the time, our lives reflect our subconscious patterns, beliefs, and ideas we've adopted, sometimes without even realizing it. By becoming aware of these automatic patterns, we can start to release those that limit us and replace them with thoughts that empower and uplift us. This shift transforms our mind into a fertile ground where new, expansive possibilities can take root. Visualizing our desired outcomes is a crucial part of conscious creation. When we hold a clear mental image of what we want to experience, we activate a unique energetic frequency within ourselves. This frequency resonates with the future we envision, drawing in the people, opportunities, and circumstances needed to bring it into reality. Visualization isn't just about daydreaming, it's about creating a clear blueprint in our mind, connecting with the feeling of already living that future. When we feel as though our desires are already fulfilled, we generate a powerful energy that amplifies our intention, bridging the gap between our current reality and the one we wish to create. Conscious creation also requires us to step into a state of gratitude. When we feel genuine gratitude for what we have and even for what we desire, as if it's already part of our lives, we create an inner state that aligns with abundance and possibility. Gratitude opens our heart and mind, transforming our energy in a way that draws more positive experiences into our lives. By regularly cultivating this feeling, we set a foundation for more of what we want, inviting a flow of blessings and synchronicities that reinforce our path. An essential part of this process is letting go of doubt and embracing trust. Conscious creation isn't about controlling every detail or forcing outcomes. It's about aligning with a greater flow and allowing life to respond to our intentions. Trusting this process can be challenging, especially when the results don't appear immediately. But faith allows us to maintain our focus without getting derailed by temporary setbacks or obstacles. When we trust, we're signaling that we believe in our ability to create and that we're open to life's timing and guidance, even when it doesn't match our expectations. To fully engage in conscious creation, we must also take inspired action. This isn't about hustling or pushing ourselves beyond our limits. It's about moving forward when we feel a spark of excitement, curiosity, or intuition guiding us. Taking small, meaningful steps in the direction of our dreams shows the universe and ourselves that we're serious about what we desire. Each action becomes a declaration of our commitment, strengthening our intention and building momentum that brings our vision closer to reality. As we engage in this process, we begin to see how interconnected everything truly is. We notice that our thoughts and emotions influence our experiences and that our reality mirrors our inner state. Through conscious creation, we realize that we're not separate from the world around us. We are co-creators, participating in a dynamic exchange of energy, intention, and manifestation. This understanding shifts our perspective, allowing us to approach life with a sense of wonder, empowerment, and responsibility for the energy we contribute. Conscious creation is an ongoing journey, a way of life that invites us to continuously refine our vision, align with our inner truth, and live in harmony with the world. It's about becoming aware of our own power and using it intentionally to create experiences that uplift us and others. By embracing this practice, we learn to trust in the limitless potential within us and around us. Stepping boldly into a future of our own design, one that reflects the deepest desires of our heart and soul. In living as conscious creators, we unlock our highest potential, moving through life with purpose, clarity, and a profound sense of connection. Each day becomes an opportunity to create with intention, to shape our reality from a place of love and vision. We come to understand that our lives are not fixed, but are a fluid, ever-evolving masterpiece, one that we are constantly creating moment by moment with every thought, feeling, and action. Patience and allowance are two foundational principles that empower us to navigate the ebb and flow of life with grace and resilience. In a world that often values speed and immediacy, cultivating patience invites us to slow down, to breathe, and to trust in the process of our journey. It allows us to recognize that everything unfolds in its own time, and that our growth often requires us to let go of our need for immediate results. When we practice patience, we cultivate a deeper understanding of the natural rhythms of life. Change and transformation don't happen overnight. They are gradual processes that often require nurturing, reflection, and time. By embracing patience, we acknowledge that growth is a journey, not a destination. Each moment is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. This perspective allows us to find peace in the present, even when we may feel like we're moving more slowly than we'd like. Patience also fosters a sense of resilience. When we encounter obstacles or setbacks, it's easy to feel discouraged. However, when we embrace patience, we learn to view these challenges as integral parts of our journey. They teach us valuable lessons, shape our character, and prepare us for the next phase of our growth. By allowing ourselves to be patient, we cultivate a mindset that transforms adversity into opportunity, recognizing that every experience contributes to our development. Allowing is equally important, as it involves surrendering to the flow of life. It's the act of letting go of control and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Allowance is not about passivity. It's about engaging with life from a place of openness and receptivity. When we allow, we stop fighting against the current and start moving with it, recognizing that the universe has its own timing and wisdom. This doesn't mean we become complacent. Rather, we become active participants who are willing to listen, to observe, and to respond rather than react. In this state of allowance, we create space for possibilities that we may not have considered before. When we cling too tightly to our expectations, we often limit the flow of creativity and potential in our lives. Allowing opens us up to the unexpected, inviting new opportunities, insights, and experiences that can lead us to our highest path. It's an invitation to be curious, to explore what life has to offer without the constraints of rigid plans or timelines. Together, patience and allowance cultivate a deeper sense of trust in ourselves and the process of life. They remind us that we are not alone on this journey. We are supported by a greater intelligence that guides us toward our highest potential. When we align ourselves with this understanding, we move through life with a sense of peace, knowing that each moment, each experience, contributes to our unfolding story. As we develop these qualities, we find that our emotional landscape shifts. We become less reactive to external circumstances. Instead, responding with a sense of clarity and calm. This shift in perspective allows us to approach challenges with an open heart, trusting that even in moments of uncertainty, we are exactly where we need to be. We become resilient creators, understanding that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Practicing patience and allowance also enhances our relationships. When we are patient with ourselves and others, we create an environment where growth can flourish. Allowance fosters understanding and empathy, encouraging open communication and deeper connections. By embodying these qualities, we inspire those around us to do the same, creating a ripple effect that enhances the collective experience. Ultimately, patience and allowance empower us to live in harmony with the rhythms of life. They remind us that we are part of a greater whole, intricately woven into the fabric of existence. When we embrace these principles, we align ourselves with the flow of creation, allowing our lives to unfold in ways that are rich, meaningful, and profoundly fulfilling. we come to understand that every moment, every breath, is an opportunity to cultivate patience, to allow, and to experience the beautiful unfolding of our journey. Awakening to presence is a profound journey of self-discovery and transformation. It involves cultivating a heightened awareness of the here and now, where our attention is anchored in the present moment rather than lost in the distractions of the past or future. In a world that often pulls us in various directions, this awakening invites us to step back from the noise, to reconnect with the essence of who we are, and to experience life with clarity and intention. At its core, awakening to presence requires a shift in consciousness. It's about moving from a state of autopilot, where we react to life based on conditioned responses, to a state of mindfulness, where we engage with each moment fully. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It is a practice that develops over time as we cultivate the ability to observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. By bringing our awareness to the present, we begin to experience a profound sense of peace and connection to life. As we awaken to presence, we start to notice the richness of our experience. The sights, sounds, and sensations that often go unnoticed become vivid and alive. We can feel the warmth of the sun on our skin, the rustle of leaves in the wind, and the gentle rhythm of our breath. This heightened awareness allows us to savor the beauty of everyday moments, transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. In this state, life unfolds with the depth and vibrancy that we may have previously overlooked. Embracing presence also involves releasing the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future. The mind often clings to regrets and resentments, replaying old stories that no longer serve us. It may also project fears and worries about what is to come, keeping us trapped in a cycle of anxiety and distraction. Awakening to presence means letting go of these mental chains and realizing that the only moment we truly have is now. This realization brings a sense of freedom, empowering us to make choices that are aligned with our true desires, rather than reactive responses to past experiences or future uncertainties. As we deepen our practice of presence, we become more attuned to our intuition and inner guidance. In a state of presence, we can hear the quiet whispers of our heart guiding us toward our highest path. This intuitive awareness arises from a place of stillness and clarity, allowing us to make decisions that resonate with our authentic selves. When we trust this inner guidance, we navigate our lives with greater confidence and purpose, knowing that we are aligned with a larger flow of energy and intention. Moreover, awakening to presence enhances our relationships. When we are fully present with others, we create a space for genuine connection and understanding. Our interactions become more meaningful as we listen deeply, engage authentically, and respond from a place of compassion and love. This presence fosters a sense of belonging and connection, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. In a world often filled with distractions, being fully present is a gift we give not only to ourselves, but also to others. In this state of presence, we also tap into our creative potential. When we are fully engaged in the moment, we access a flow state where inspiration can arise effortlessly. Ideas, insights, and solutions emerge from a place of clarity, unencumbered by the noise of worry or doubt. This creativity allows us to approach challenges with a fresh perspective, fostering innovation and growth in our personal and professional lives. Awakening to presence is ultimately about reconnecting with the essence of who we are. It is a journey of self-realization, where we recognize our innate power to create our reality. In this state of awakening, we become conscious creators, shaping our lives with intention and purpose. We understand that each moment holds the potential for transformation, and that by embracing presence, we unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves and our connection to the universe. As we continue to practice awakening to presence, we cultivate a sense of gratitude for the richness of life. We learn to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary and find joy in the simplicity of being. This gratitude transforms our perspective, allowing us to see challenges as opportunities for growth and to approach life with a sense of wonder and curiosity. In conclusion, awakening to presence is a profound and transformative practice that invites us to live fully in the moment. It empowers us to release the burdens of the past, embrace the possibilities of the future, and connect deeply with ourselves and others. By cultivating presence, we unlock the door to a richer, more meaningful experience of life. Where we are active participants in our journey of creation and transformation, each moment becomes an opportunity to awaken, to connect, and to fully embrace the beauty of our existence.